A look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. Looking left side. Andrews with it complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
This defense for the Saints, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Being chased out left. And this one's incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They'll try the option on 3rd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got my oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
The Saints at 1-7 now on the year. They come in really scuffling. Losers of 7 of their last 8 games.
And I like where the management is taking this team now because the record, not great, we know that. But now they're looking to the future, using the younger players instead of some of the veterans. They want to see how they produce in the
touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them with 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get up to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they are the first or second seed come playoff time.
And down he'll go at the 25. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now Jackson on first down.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Dances by him. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Touchdown! Sammy Watkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Hill. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Saints 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. On the move past the 40. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
That's good for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A shotgun snap for Hill. Oh, and the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing on second down. Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Throwing is Jackson. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Another run here with Dobbins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? If you're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it. Thank you.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game.
And the Ravens drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
21, Saints 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
They go play action. Winston. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Jameis now on first down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
89 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Brings up second and 3.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 44, Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
up the gut with Dobbins.
Pushes him over. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. From the gun, it's Jackson.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
From the gun, Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Saints 7. Justin Tucker to kick off.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Final play of the half here, Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Throwing, Winston. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now here's the option play going left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll get 15 there as he kept it himself, yet it will still lead to a 4th down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Running right through it.
113 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Duvernay.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. On the option left, here's Hill.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Hill looks to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, Hill.
Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
To throw is Hill. And this is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10.
And again, it's Hill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Hill now to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hill on 1st down.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara.
This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far. But you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Hill. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. They'll turn to Kamara.
And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 143 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Demario Davis there on the stop. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off of it. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Now a handoff for Dobbins. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Let's go now. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Odafe Oweh able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll run the option left. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
A gain of only a yard.
Desperation time on 4th for Hill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On second and a long way to go. Jackson.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again?